That's a really good transition point for one of our next topics. Do you have that tweet that mentioned?
It wasn't a tweet. I remember. I'll see if I can find if there is a tweet. But I was listening to the broadcast for the Morocco game, and I don't remember who said it, but someone in the commentary, whether it was pregame or during the game, I think had mentioned that Greg had said he's got somewhere between like 15 and 20 players right now that were basically a lock for the World Cup. And I think that makes sense if we look at the roster. I'm sure we can come up with who we think are the locks already. Who's already booked their ticket to go to Qatar?
Sorry, before we do that, I need to slander Mexico really quick.
Sure.
We're calling him backup goalkeepers from the Premier League to start for our team. They're calling him backup goalkeepers for Real Salt Lake to be in their national team. We are not the same. We are not the same.
David Ochoa got a call up.
Yeah, for the Nations League.
And a guy that has what, 0 minutes this year?
Yeah, imagine that. Couldn't be me.
Nope. That's all right.
I got a Premier League winner.
I got a Premier League goalkeeper who has 0 minutes this season.
Yeah, Euro snobism. Let's go.
It's not about what
board.
Euro snobism does to you. It's about what it can do for you.
I'm getting that tattooed on my forehead.
Yeah. So,
all right. So you said how many?
I think it was somewhere between 15 and 20. I don't remember what's the amount of guys that can go to the World Cup. Was it 25 or something?
23.
Okay. I want to say there was about like 5 positions up for grabs. So I want to say maybe like 17 or 18 then might be a lock.
All right, let's go through it. Starting from the back.
Wait, should we keep a list? I don't know if you have
something
else.
I'm making it right now.
All right, starting from the back. Yeah, Stephen Turner are a lock.
Turner. Dest.
I do want to say for goalkeeper, I meant to mention this before, sorry. But I think Sean Johnson, this may be a hot take, but I think Sean Johnson's last game against Uruguay may have jumped him up ahead of Ethan Horvath.
Ooh, it's not a hot take. I thought the same thing.
I think he absolutely, at this moment, I think he deserves it over Horvath because.
So there are people screaming that he should start.
All right, well, let's slow down.
because he's the only person actually playing for his team.
I mean, Matt Turner is playing for his team right now.
We're gonna go ahead and pump the brakes and send you back to the loony bin because that's just out of pocket.
That is, yes. But Sean Johnson's been one of the best goalkeepers in the league this season. No question.
No disagreements.
And he's consistent year in, year out. He got his shot against Uruguay, and he absolutely took it. He did what Joe Scally needed to do in order to get on the World Cup roster. And I think he absolutely on form. I don't know how you don't go with Johnson over Horvath to get that last spot. But absolutely. Yeah, that's definitely not a lock. That's for sure. That's definitely up in the air.
Right.
So as you were saying, we got Turner, Stefan. You said Dest, right?
Yeah, I'm just kind of typing out my list right now.
I personally, and you can tell me if you agree or disagree. I personally think Yedlin's the lock.
Ugh, no.
I'm not saying I like it, but I think he's a lock.
All right, hold on one second. Let me keep going here.
We can come back to that one. We can come back.
Wait. You said 17, you thought? 18, 17, 18?
Something like that. Something like that.
I can get 14 right now.
You can get 14.
You know, I'll use Yedlin as 15. So I think you're right. Out of all the backup right backs we can bring, I think he's the guy. Okay, so I've got Stefan and Turner in goal.
Yeah.
Dest, Yedlin at right back. Zimmerman, and that's it. I don't know who that other center back's going to be. Anthony Robinson.
Yeah.
Musa Adams-McKinney.
Yeah.
Luca De La Torre.
Yeah.
Gotta be. Puli Weah Ferreira.
I'm not sure about Ferreira, honestly. I think you're probably right.
I think he's gonna be there because of his MLS form, right? If he's going off form, he's in the.
What if he falls off though? Yeah.
We're talking right now. We're talking right now. I've got Reyna, Aronson, and then that would be 15.
I think Kellen
Right.
Acosta's a lock.
He's not even in the group, is he? He's not even in this group, is he?
I don't think he is, but I feel like he's definitely got a place.
I want him to be.
I'm not sure why he's not here. He hurt. I'll look it up, but I feel like Kellen Acosta would be there.
Okay, so that leaves 16 to 23 as possibles. So you're saying Acosta.
Yeah, I think Kellen Acosta.
Paul Arriola basically is sitting in the plane right now, by the way.
Oh yeah, Paul
Man,
Arriola's on.
so listen, I'm tired of the anti-Paul Arriola takes, by the way. It's the exact same as the anti-Alex Mouille Red Bull takes, except Paul Arriola can score. Like
Yeah,
Paul
Paul's been
Arriola,
unreal this year.
Paul Arriola has the same work rate as Alex Mouille with the experience and the technical ability to make that work rate turn into something. You want to bring somebody on in the 70th minute against tired legs against England just to run them down just Brexit the heck out of them. You're bringing Paul Arriola in to beat the crap out of him. You're absolutely. I think Paul Arriola is on the plane.
Yeah, I think he is too. What does that put us at? If you include Acosta and
That is 17 for me.
I think that makes sense. Do you think, I don't know if Jordan Morris, wait, you included Ware, right?
I included Way. I don't think Morris makes this. Listen, we only have one center back, so let's talk. It's going to be Long.
Long's definitely going to make it.
Who's your backup? Who are your two
I don't know.
backups? It might be two. I'm going to say CCV and Chris Richards are going to be your two backup center backs because Chris Richards can also play outside.
That's a tough one. I'd say CCV as well. I don't know if he goes Chris. Richards hasn't been called in a while, but I think it's because he's hurt, right?
Yeah, if he's healthy, I think he goes with him. I think he's versatile enough to do it. The other one, obviously, we need a third string keeper, Sean Johnson.
Yeah, I agree with Johnson.
Which hurts me after everything that we've been talking about. It hurts me, but he's earned it. He has absolutely earned it.
Yes, I agree.
That leaves two more spots. Who are you taking?
I feel like
who's way too young to make an impact but needs the experience right now? Because that's going to be spot 23.
Oh, that's a good question. There's a couple guys. You could say Pepe, maybe.
You're going to need another strike. You need two strikers, really, don't you?
Probably.
Does DK make it?
No,
probably not.
I don't think so. I think. Sorry,
I would agree. I think Pepe's on.
Do you think Haji or Sabachu have a shot at beating out Pepe for a spot?
I think but one of them might get spot 23.
I think PFOC gets in.
I'd love to see it. I don't know.
I think he's got to be our striker one right now. I know he likes Jesus Ferreira, but Ferreira for the national team has been a nightmare so far.
Finishing wise, yes, he does a lot of good things off the ball.
He is. He's very
all the time. I get it. He does the small things that don't get.
He's a striker. He needs to score goals.
Bottom line, I hate agreeing with you, but you're 100% right. It doesn't matter. I will sit there and look at the underlying non-statistical impacts that this guy makes for days. If he doesn't put the ball in the back of the net, I don't give a damn. I just don't.
We have so many players who do that already. Yunus Musa, Christian Pulisic, Gio Reyna, Tim Weah. How many more people?
And you allow them to do that once we get Dest and Jedi up the wings. You're going to allow them to make all those differences in the middle. But if you can't put the ball away, don't care what you do off it. Just doesn't make sense. I'm going to go Pepe and PFOC in there because he's going to need a third option at some point because nobody can score.
I think PFOC can score. I don't think he's gotten a fair shot yet. I know he had the one miss against Mexico, which I think people will harp on a lot.
People still harp on it. I talk about it all the time.
He blew up for young boys this year. I mean, he was phenomenal for them. He was, in terms of league form, I think he was our best striker in the entire pool this season. So I think he absolutely should be on this team. I don't know. I really don't know how I feel about Pepe being there because he's just so out of form right now.
Who do you replace him with?
That's a good question. I think I agree with you in that it could be just like a really young player just to get them some experience. How many guys do we have in the midfield? We got Luca and Kellen Acosta as backup. Do they go one more?
Who is the biggest youth soccer player right now?
I don't know. When you say youth, you mean like someone who hasn't gotten a cap or just young?
Yeah, non-capped young kid, right? Coming through the system, probably playing Jordi Mihailovic.
Oh, Jordi. True.
If Jordi
Yeah.
can, like, if he comes back from this injury, does Jordi knock Pepe out or Pifak out as a playmaker?
I think I'd give Jordi Pepe's spot here. I know it's only two like out and out strikers, but you can move things around if you really needed to. Like Weah could play striker if you absolutely needed it. And then I think that gives you what, 3 backups in the midfield? Gives
Yeah.
you Luca.
Where does Christian Roldan fit in? That's the real question.
Realistically, probably for Jordy's spot. Not that I'm happy about it. I'm not happy about it. But like,
I won't sit here and entertain this slander. I won't do it.
I don't want it to happen, but like, let's just be realistic here. That's Greg's MO.
John Lewis is sitting there just rubbing his hands together like, let's go, baby. I'm going to Qatar.
Sebastian Lletget, Jackson Ewell.
God. Jackson Ewell.
Center back Jackson
Hey,
Ewell.
listen, we need a center back too. Jackson Ewell.
That's why Almeida transitioned him to a center back. He knew Robinson was going to get hurt.
Sporting News has their 3. The Sporting News, who I don't know anything about, by the way, projected squad for 2022 World Cup has the 3 goalkeepers we mentioned, brought George Bello instead of.
Did we bring a backup left back?
No, that's why I brought Chris Richards.
Well,
so
he would also go there too.
He went 3 center backs with Zimmerman, Long, and CCV, Robinson, Dest, Yedlin, and Bello. Interesting. I think, honestly, I do think Yedlin makes this team, by the way. I don't like, if I make this team we're making is like what I would like to see and what I think is feasible. But I think DeAndre Yedlin's on the plane for that exact reason you mentioned the other day, or the other topic with the experience. You have to bring experience. You cannot bring a team with no experience into a World Cup. You can't.
If you're not taking John Brooks, he's the only one.
This guy's got McKinney, Adams, Musa, Kellen Acosta, Luca De La Torre, and Christian Roldan.
Yep. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Pulisic, Aronson, Reyna, Weah, Ferreira, Haji Wright, and Jordan Morris. So he's only brought 2 strikers.
Man, he's got Haji on there. I don't know. I so he doesn't have Pifak there.
No Pifak. Richards, Eric Palmer Brown, Mark McKenzie.
I think that's pretty bold to not take Pifak.
Are all out. Pepe is out. Haji Wright in. He doesn't really give a really great description of what's going on, but.
So I'm looking at transfer market. It looks like Pifak is only out of like not including this roster because it looks like he has an injury. Otherwise, I don't see any way he's not a part of this team right now.
Yeah,
like, there's just no way, right? Like you can't justify not making him part of the team right now. What more does he need to do, right? Like you brought in Pepe when Pepe was lighting it up in MLS.
Yeah, if you're going to talk form, he has to be here. No disagreements at all.
That's why I can't figure out why Haji Wright would be on there instead of Bifak. Because Haji scored a penalty in the friendly. Is that why?
Listen, Haji was hot too. He had 17 goals in Turkey, which is arguably a stronger league than Switzerland. It's not like he didn't do anything to be here. So
Yeah, but
well, listen,
Bifak had more in, I would say, probably at least a level league. Competitive.
I don't know anything about it. I'm not going to turn into an American snob and pretend that all non-top 5 leagues are the same. So I don't know enough about it to make a comment. But you want to replace Pepe with Jordy?
What do you think? Are you on board with it?
Yeah, I'd say yeah. I'm cool with it. 2 strikers with a couple wingers. I'm cool with it.
I think
so. Our 23 is Stefan Turner, Dest Zimmerman, Jedi, Musa Adams.
You skipped Sean Johnson.
Well, I didn't put him in order of I put him in order of locks and then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
So, Stefan Turner, the locks are Stefan Turner, Dest Zimmerman, Jedi, Musa Adams, McKinney, Luca Del Torre, Cooley, Weah, Ferreira. Then Reyna, if he's healthy, Aronson, and Yed are your locked 15. Then you're looking at Kellen Acosta, Paul Arriola, Aaron Long, Cameron Carter-Vickers. Did you want to get rid of Chris Richards?
I have no problem with Chris Richards being there, but I still think that spot is kind of like up for grabs. I think that spot comes down to form.
Absolutely, 100%. Chris Richards, Sean Johnson, Jordy, and Pifak. That group gets out. That 23 gets out of the group. 100%.
I think so too.
100%.